Brought to you by the Every Dollar app. Start budgeting for free today.
I'm a widow. I'm 66. I have a small business that's kind of struggling. Recently had heart surgery, et cetera, et cetera. No kids, no family, 2 dogs. Wow. 2 dogs, live on Social Security and some from my business and credit cards. I managed to get into a situation. I borrowed money from a personal loan, an online personal loan company, nationally advertised, all that kind of good stuff. Went through the whole process because I wanted to pay off some debt, to get rid of my credit cards and to invest in a vehicle for my mobile salon. And managed to find out that the interest rate is somewhere around 48%.
Oh my goodness!
And it's front loaded. I mean, I heard the 48%, but I thought that's no big deal because I'm going to pay this off like very quickly. And so I didn't pay attention enough to hear that it's front loaded. So the amount of money that I borrowed,
most of your payments are going to interest, essentially, not touching the principal. How much was the loan for?
It's half and half is what it is. I ran a thing this morning. It's
how much?
Half and half is going to principal.
How much was the loan?
For $29,000.
And how soon were you planning to pay that off when you just stared 48% and went, no big deal? How quickly were you planning to pay that off? Those were your words.
Within a year.
So you were okay with a 48% for a year? I've never heard anybody say that before.
That's an extra $15,000 in interest alone.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I'm kind of ridiculously stupid at this particular point.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm not here to bash you. I'm trying to understand the desperation that led you to this.
Yeah, that's what is this for your business?
Yes.
What's your business?
It was, it's dog grooming.
Why did you need $29,000 for a dog grooming business that's struggling?
To go into the next phase and excuse me, didn't expect that. It's going into a mobile grooming situation with a very specified market that nobody's really tapping into at this point. And
what is the market?
Well, I don't really want to say it out loud on.
Okay.
Competition.
Gotcha. Okay.
You don't want to give away your Shark Tank idea here. Okay. Well, I hire mobile groomers, so I'm just curious because I pay these people and I understand how the business works.
And I've used a mobile groomer as well. So, but this was a.
The concept was a little bit different. It's a larger grooming situation where you have 2 people inside, and then we're situated in an area. A contracted area that we would be there for 3 or 4 days, and we would.
Okay, gotcha. You kind of park up, set up shop.
So the only reason we're digging
it's
is
like a pop-up.
Got it. But the only reason we're digging on this is we're trying to figure out how we help you get out of it. So the question is, was the $29,000 for like a van or some type of vehicle,
or was it just the equipment,
or was it just other stuff?
It was part.
You're breaking up on us, Karen.
And then I'm sorry. It was part for the vehicle, and then the other part for the conversion of the vehicle to the unit that I was trying to achieve.
How much could you sell this thing for to someone else who does mobile grooming?
I believe an easy 45,000.
And what's your total debt that you owe? Everything but the mortgage.
On the vehicle?
No,
everything.
Just everything. All your debt.
Because you said you had other debt and you took out this debt to try to pay off some other debt. So what is your total debt load right now?
Okay, total debt load with the thing that I took out before is about 31,000. Then I have $8,000 on Amex and about 8,000 on Citibank, and that's it as far as what I owe. And 4,000 on the RV that I bought to live in.
So you're living in an RV right now?
Yes, that's correct. I had a plan originally.
Yeah. We all have a plan until life punches us in the face.
So how if we were to sell this, can you sustain yourself on just regular pet grooming, or do you have to be mobile?
It's part of, to continue on with the mobile business just because of the culture of employees and such since COVID. I have a standalone, I have a stick and mortar business also, but I was going to keep it in a small sense.
Is that
so
profitable?
That we still maintain.
Is the brick and mortar business profitable?
Right now, no.
So here's what it sounds like. You're jumping from unprofitable to unprofitable to unprofitable, hoping to strike gold at some point.
Yeah.
And instead, you just keep digging a hole by maxing out these cards and jumping to another piece of debt to try to cover the other debt. And so we're trying to stop you from playing the shell game. And number one, create a profitable business, and two, get out of debt. And that might mean a clean slate where you get rid of this mobile grooming truck, you sell it, sell the RV, you rent for a while, get rid of all your debt, create a foundation, and then start slow and with cash.
Yeah, and to that end, Karen, we're trying to solve for you here. Could you make similar money just grooming for somebody else? Just somebody else who's got a business and they're looking for a solid person like you. You're not going to flake on them. You've got the skill set. Can you make the same amount of money working for somebody else as a groomer?
If I was able to work full time and work as hard as I used to, yes. Like I mentioned before, I'm 66 and I had.
Sure. Well, what are you making from this? What is your yearly income from all of this after all of your expenses?
Barely anything because everything I have goes.
That's what I'm saying. You could go work a retail job and not break your back doing this, and instead get out of this completely.
And what about 20 hours? Like just work part time. They need groomers. You're a dream for somebody.
I'm trying to find one.
I know, but Karen, listen. We want you to sell all this stuff, and you got Social Security coming in, work 20, 30 hours, do whatever you can, but selling the RV and selling this van gets a whole lot of money.
I don't have the van yet. That's why I borrowed the money to...
So where's the money right now?
Well, I was afraid to spend it once I figured out how much it was going to cost me, so I've kept it and just let it pay itself.
Wait, so
sitting in a bank.
Can you just go ahead and pay off the loan then?
I could, but it would take pretty much everything that I had.
It's better than paying $15,000 in interest that you don't have.
Yes, Karen, this is get out of jail here. This is get out of jail.
I thought the damage was done and you already bought the van and did the renovations, but if you have the money sitting there.
No, it's not even there yet.
Hit the rewind button.
The bank gave you $31,000 at 48% interest.
That's it. Rewind this whole deal.
$31,000.
Do it. I'm sorry for the sound effects.
No, it's great, actually. I like that.
Really? Karen, hit the rewind button and get out of this deal. Go work for a local groomer who is going to be thrilled to have a 66-year-old experienced, non-flaky Gen Z groomer. And they're going to pay you well, and you get some breathing room. Am I right, George?
Absolutely. And what's the RV worth? You owe $4,000 on it. What could you sell it for?
No, I owe $40,000 on it.
Oh my goodness!
And what I could sell it for is about between 35 and 40.
Do it.
It's a 24.
Okay.
Do it.
Where the hell am I going to live?
Rent somewhere.
Over some old lady's garage. Because she needs some companionship and she wants somebody who can. I'm telling you, where there's a will, there's a way.
What's your payment on the RV?
$441.
Okay, take your $441 that you'll save by getting rid of that, plus your Social Security, plus your part-time hours, and you can afford rent somewhere. You might need it, to.
There's some gold. I guarantee you, there's some golden girls in your community that would love to have a roommate. I mean, you gotta look, you gotta find it. You gotta happen to life, Karen. And we've been talking to a lady who life has been happening to her. You gotta flip the script here. We told you exactly what to do. This is doable, but you gotta do it. Change your life. This is The Ramsey Show.
Create your free every dollar budget today, the simplest way to budget for your life.